Hata mimi siku ile nitapumzika. Naomba watu ya ODM, nyinyi uniwekee hii bandera na nyinyi ukuje kwa fujo.
Loss of life is not something that you wish even the worst of your enemies.
Sad story ya kuhusiana na mbunge wa Kasipul, mbunge Charles Were. Very sad story ambayo imetrend usiku wa kuamkia leo, by the way, na najua kwamba inakwenda kutrend the entire day today.
Neither is it something that we should be accustomed to or get used to.
It happens world over. People are killed, our people are killed, we sympathize, we moved on, even world over.
So in this video we're going to be answering 4 questions. Question number 1, who wanted this MP dead? Why did they want this MP dead? And why are the people from Homa Bay County celebrating his death? And number 4, why are MPs who seemed unbothered by the deaths of Gen Z now acting like the whole world is coming crashing down?
And I want to say this with my eyes strictly on the cameras, that the perpetrator of this particular murder is known, and there is a way of violence that is creeping up in Homa Bay politics that must be tamed by law enforcement authorities. It has ended up ending in a life gone of a member of parliament who is a servant of the people, and I don't think we are ready to lose any more life. So how I pray that this matter is going to be conclusively brought to book, and we will know who murdered Honorable Charles Ongondowere.
Let us start with the 4th question. People are asking, why are MPs coming out in large numbers to condemn the assassination or murder of this MP, something that they rarely do when members of the public actually face their demise?
When a member of parliament, Ongondowere, is murdered, condolence messages flood in from leaders across the board. There are calls for expedited investigations. But when we from the other Kenya are murdered, they sympathize and move on. No need to dwell on that. People are killed all the time across the globe. So let's move on. And now we are caught in a moral dilemma of whether to celebrate the death of another oppressor or to be good Christians and pray for the soul of that MP.
The people you see on your screen are called homicide detectives. If you have a good memory, you're going to remember that none of them appeared on June 25th during the protests against the finance bill. None of them came to do this very work that they are doing here for Kenyans who died by the hand of the government fighting for a better Kenya. So then the question remains, is it true that we are all equal in the eyes of the law? Also, is it true that this person who has been killed is a true servant of the people? Or is he a more important person than the people that he represents?
Mimi niko tu na swali. Nataka kuuliza. Kwani kuna uhai wa matajiri na uhai wa maskini? Kwani kuna uhai wa matajiri na uhai wa maskini? Hiyo ndio tu swali yangu.
I think we should then answer the question number 3. Why are the people from Homa Bay County celebrating? Which I think will help us answer questions 1 and 2, which is who was trying to kill this MP and why were they trying to do it?
Alimkosea nani jamani Charles Were ambaye maana ameuawa? Mbunge wetu Charles Were ameuawa. Kuna mtu ambaye ana hasira naye. Najiuliza jamani, alifanya nini jamani mbunge wetu?
When Cyprian Nyakundi asked this question on Twitter, why are the Homa Bay County residents celebrating the death of Kasipul MP Charles Were, these are the answers that he was met with. Answer number 1, members of the public based in Kasipul constituency are begging DCI and National Police Service to stop being silent and arrest their MP who has been maiming and killing youths because of the political differences. So far, 13 people have been buried and there is no arrest that has been made. The MP is using Homa Bay enforcement officers to carry out evil. The said goons are seen every day in Homa Bay County headquarters. The residents have vowed to take the law into their own hands and nobody will stop them if they decide to revenge. Homa Bay DCIO, OCPD, and county commissioners have all gone to bed with the said politician. So that is response number one. But also there's this response here where you're told that the insecurity in Kasipul constituency is squarely on the doorstep of Were. Our youth are growing believing that violence is a political tool. Kasipul was free of political violence until this MP happened. This is the same man who drove goons in his car to a hotel and knifed a constituent in broad daylight as he sat waiting for the job to be done. In the end, one man was left dead and another left with his intestines on the floor as the MP drove away without shame. This is the same man who, in another hotel, set his goons and driver to assault a woman at the hotel in broad daylight as he watched. This is the same man who took a lady from the constituency to go and work for him as a house help, only for the lady to disappear without trace to date. This is the same man who has been voice and video recorded multiple times threatening his opposers, only for some of them to be assaulted later. This is the same man who has threatened every politician he doesn't agree with, including the Interior PS. This year, only 4 months old, 3 people whose political alignment is opposite that of the MP have been brutally panga assaulted with 1 fatality. His opposers have lost teeth, eyes, nose, limbs, and life. There is a serial murderer roaming Kasipul constituency using panga, wielding goons who must be brought to book. Area MP Ongondo Were is the first suspect and must be investigated for current and past murders. That was the second response, and the third one is this one that he himself, Cyprian Nyakundi, had posted exactly a month like today, but the 4th of May 2024, saying that Homa Bay political leaders are covering up the gruesome murder of a political activist and supporter of the opponent of Kasipul MP Ongondo Were. The murdered activist is called Evans Okoda from Oyugis. The youth was killed as an animal with eyes removed, tongue chopped, and hands cut off. Please raise this issue. Perhaps authorities will take it seriously and address it. It seems that the government did not take this issue seriously and did not address it, and so, as you can read here, the residents had vowed to take law into their own hands, and nobody would stop them if they decided to take revenge. Who knows whether this was them taking revenge?
And by the way, there are claims that that MP lived by the bullet, that MP lived by the sword, that many were killed in his name, many were injured in his name, that he himself committed heinous and inhumane acts. Anyway, wacha niache maneno mingi.
I've done a little background check and realized this guy has been an assassin on the run. Can you imagine him eliminate 13 people who are criticizing his leadership and nothing has been done? Ojue tena vote yes for the finance bill. A member of parliament said watu dedi kila siku, so we just sympathize and move on. But for this case, we just move on. It's a wrap.
And in the words of his party leader, death is not a very bad thing. Even if you die and go to hell, there is nothing to worry about. You will find so many of your friends there. You will spend a lot of time just greeting them before your time for the fire comes. So, happy going to hell, Mr. Kasipul.